All right, just want to make a quick video on why I personally do not like film forming oils. Film forming oils, now it's PPG Prolux. Film forming oils 20 plus years ago were best in the business. Everybody used them. They were awesome. The products are not the same now. They have changed. Federal laws have reduced the allowable VOC content, the volatile organic compounds in these stains. The VOCs are what does the protecting of your logs, and they've reduced that. Therefore, they're just not as effective as they used to be. In addition, 20 plus years ago, the water-based products were not as breathable as they are today. So the water-based stuff had a bad rap, and the oil-based film forming oils were the way to go because they work better. Over the last couple of years, oil-based stains have come down in level protection. The water-based stuff has increased in my opinion. So that's kind of an overall view of stains in the industry. But one of the main reasons why I don't like the film forming oils, besides the reduced efficacy, is the way they fail. When film forming oils fail, they tend to peel at the checks, right? You get water in that crack. That moisture, think of it as it evaporates. Think of it as steam, though it's not technically steam, but as that moisture is coming out of the crack, it tends to cause adhesion failure. That stain delaminates from the wood around those checks. Eventually, it peels off, it falls off, and now you've got bare wood. That bare wood, at first, it's a nice amber color. Usually it blends in pretty well. Over time, the wood fibers, they start weathering, they get UV damage, they start getting that grayish patina over it. And a lot of times homeowners don't even notice that at first. The problem with film forming oils is you wash the cabin and you go to put a second coat or another coat of film forming oil over the top. Those UV damaged wood fibers that are gray that you probably don't even notice from a couple feet away initially, put another coat of stain over it, those fibers turn almost black. Chocolate. I think of it as like cardboard. Cardboard's a tan color. You put water on it, soaks in, and it's chocolate, right? That same thing happens with these film forming oils with any wood that's got some of that weathering on it. And even after one maintenance system, a lot of times homeowners don't notice because that crack that was a 1/16 of an inch now looks like it's 3/8 of an inch, and that's still fairly normal. But as you progress and you do it 5 years later, now it's an inch thick. And what we tend to see, pull up to cabins that have had this product on it 10, 12, 15 years after 3-4 maintenance cycles, the top curvature, the top half of the logs are black. And the bottom half of the logs are a nice amber, cedar, natural, whatever that original color was, they're striped, right? And the way to fix this is to blast, right? We got to take it all off, down to bare wood, start over. The premier process, the most costly, a lot of people don't like that. So, and the reason that I really don't like it, a lot of customers are unhappy with that, is because you have the potential 3-4 years later to be back in the same scenario. You wait 1 year too long, you start getting that peeling and that grayish effect, you could be right back to that scenario where you're causing the black streaking to occur. Like I said, you could have just blasted your whole house, and 4 or 5 years later, you've already got that same scenario occurring again. Unless you've got unlimited amounts of funding, you can hire a professional to come back. Some cases, this is every other year that we're having to go back and put another coat on the film forming oil products. If you're in an area that isn't ideal, you're on top of a mountain with a lot of UV exposure, high wind, areas like that, this product, it's not unheard of to need to put another coat of film forming oil on every other year to keep it intact, to prevent having to blast again. So there's nothing wrong with the product. You just really need to stay on top of the maintenance, right? The risk factor. Waiting 1 extra year with this product can cause that cost to go up exponentially. So stay on top of it. If you got film forming oils, that's my thoughts. Hope that helps.